Shalom from Jerusalem. This is Uriel, LCP, Independent News, Yerushalayim, Israel. Sir, what do you think about Israel and the threat that Iran might be posing against the nation of Israel?
This is one of the most problems that we have right now in our country. This is the most dangerous thing for our existence. In one way, in the same way, I would love to release this problem in peace, but if it's needed, it has to be done in all means or all ways, whatever it's mean, like war or maybe in peace, and that's what would be the better idea, the better way to release it.
Do you think that Ahmadinejad really poses a threat towards the nation of Israel and the surrounding nations if he gets his hand on a nuclear weapon?
I'm not sure that Ahmadinejad is going to use it, but I'm not sure that in a couple of years all this military equipment not going to get the Hezbollah or Hamas or some different another terrorist organization that can use it. Or in 1 year, like in Syria, there's going to be revolution, and they would love to use it to gain some political points. So I'm not sure that Ahmadinejad is want to use it in this moment.
But let me tell you this: the Western powers have put sanctions 5 years, and sanctions. What I mean by sanctions, they're trying to stop the regime from developing this so-called technology. Yet they have not stopped the developing.
It doesn't work.
Sanctions doesn't work?
No, it doesn't. It's work. It's the people in Iran is really doesn't have food or oil or gas, but the government has money for this equipment, and they continue to develop the belt. So it's not working. The people are living bad, and the situation is worse. But it doesn't make any change for the government.
But Iran basically supplies a lot of oil to the Western nations, so they do have that capacity to sell oil and get these monies to continue to develop. Now they're saying that Ahmadinejad is trying to enrich uranium. Now you know, if you know anything about uranium, it can be enriched to develop this so-called atomic bomb. Do you think that the American administration has done enough to stop this?
I'm not. I don't know what about the American did it, but all over the world, the
world community,
not doing enough. I think that American making more than anyone else, but still it's not enough.
You are Jewish.
Yeah.
And you want peace.
Yeah.
Do you believe?
I don't want to have any wars.
Do you believe that there's good Iranian people in Iran?
I believe that there are a lot of good Iranian people. All of them is Iranian good people, but I don't think that the government are so good. They want war, and I'm not sure that regular Iranian people want war. They want do things like we are, have kids, have a house, whatever, travel.
But you know that the Iranian people had they tried to build a revolution, and the Ahmadinejad regime completely shut it down. I mean, they even arrested the leader of the so-called revolution in Tehran. Do you think that the Iranian people should be free to choose whom they want, even so they had elections and they said that Ahmadinejad basically stole the elections?
Yes, it's like to have democracy or not to have democracy. So yes, to have democracy.
To be or not to be?
Yeah.
That is the question?
That's the question. But the point is that it doesn't have a democracy. It's like the regime is really deciding who is going to be the Ayatollah or the president or the government. So this is not a real election. They would have a real election. So I believe the government, the new government, the real government would found any way how to decide this problem, how to maybe develop to have an atomic electricity
Electric.
station. Yeah, but doesn't have like weapon or.
But the Ayatollah Khamenei just stated that if Israel attacks the nuclear facilities, that he will basically destroy all of Israel. I mean, that's a big statement that he stated.
He's saying this. The Ayatollah and the Ahmadinejad, they are saying these statements for like past 7 years, maybe more, all the time that we want to destroy this Zionist regime and we want to destroy all the Jewish people. So I'm not sure that like, okay, if it needs to be done, this is the last way to stop Iran to have a nuclear bomb, so that's what we need to do. But this
The problem is that a lot of innocent people die when there's war, and we don't want innocent people to die. We want to stop.
That's exactly what the British and like European government in 39 said. In 1939, before the Second World War, they tried all the way to stop Hitler, but without using real power. And that's what we have. We know the consequences.
Well, they tried to assassinate Hitler 42 times, and all 42 times failed. So apparently somebody was doing something wrong. I know that Ahmadinejad basically is not a friend to Israel or to the Jews. Even so, we have 50,000 Jews in Iran. But on the other hand, we want peace, don't we?
Yeah, we want peace.
This is Uriel, LTP, Independent News, Yerushalayim, Israel, Shalom.